It's an NPC New Year's wish from the Mary Sue. Please, Star Wars, let Poe Dameron, or any hero, be gay.
Hello. Thanks I get. Hello. I started this gangster. And it's the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello.
Hey, if you're new here but enjoying the content, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Join us. The wish is granted. Long live Zombie. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You are listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 25-year veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming and elegant man. Great big Star Wars fan. Thanks for joining me. You know, a lot of people on Twitter sent me this article. They said, hey, Ethan, this is a Mary Sue article. Will you comment on it? And yeah, I'd be happy to. Absolutely. That's my job. And then I opened up the link and laughed. It was too good to be true. Some cliches are cliches of cliches. This is a cliche of a cliche of a cliche. Please, Star Wars, let Poe Dameron, or any hero, be gay. These are not the concerns of normal people. These are the concerns of non-player characters, NPCs. My concerns about Star Wars Episode 9 are, will Rada the Hutt be in it? And he better be in it. He better be in it, or I'm taking the fucking gloves off about Star Wars. I won't be playing around anymore. Luke Skywalker, how will you further disgrace him? My concerns are about Lando Calrissian. How will you further disgrace him? My concerns are about Princess Leia. How are you going to close out her story with that little nugget of footage that you have? My concerns are, will Rose Tico be gay? Well, maybe not that last one, but let me think about that for a little while. All right, so we've got Kate Gardner writing another article, The Mary Sue, about her deep concerns, her social concerns. These people, they honestly, they do not care. They care about my representation. They don't care about the story at all. They want to see themselves somehow on the movie screen. My advice to NPCs is replace your TV with a fucking mirror and stop bothering the rest of us. We don't want to see we're not here to see reflections of ourselves on the screen at all. We're here to see Star Wars. I want to see Greedo, and Greedo is not a reflection. Well, I mean, I want to see Walrus Man. He looks a little like me. I want to see the Rancor Keeper. He is all right. He doesn't look anything like me. I don't care what any of you people say. Today is the last Friday of the year. And also the last day that Twitter is featuring hashtag Star Wars Rep Matters. This is what these people are doing. Do you understand? I tell you all the time, and all I can do is just chuckle. All I can do is just smugly chuckle. How do you smugly chuckle? It's like like that. All I can do is smugly chuckle about the fact that everything that the High Council, that's me and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and Jeff from World Class Bullshitters, everything that we're telling you is true. These people have infested Star Wars, and it's all about their social agenda now. It's all about their political agenda. That's all they want to do. They're not talking about the long-term life and health of Star Wars. They simply want to infest it with social justice and then watch it collapse, which it's doing. I don't know if you've been looking at, if you saw the sales charts from the last 4 movies that Disney put out. It's a deep decline. Star Wars is over. It's over with. And yet all I can do is just sit back and watch this happen with fascination and horror as people do hashtag Star Wars Rep Matters. What does it matter? Why does it matter? What does it matter that there's representation? What does it matter that The Last Jedi is chock full of hideous looking women? And I'm sorry, but they are unpleasant to look at, the women that are in that movie. For the most part, Rose Tico's lovely, Paige Tico, a babe. But for the most part, it's just wall-to-wall women. Where are the men in that movie? What happened? Did the men just give up on the resistance? Wait, is the resistance all female and the rebellion is still men? What is going on? Are the men just at home? Are they all dead? Are they... have they become MRAs? Interesting. These are all thoughts that we can mull over together. What does it matter that Star Wars is full of women if the Star Wars movies that are full of women are destroying the entire franchise? I ask you. I put it to you kindly. That's the question that we're confronted with. Yeah, Star Wars is full of diversity, I guess. Is it? Wasn't it before? Now it's even more. Now it's super diverse. But the franchise has been annihilated, and nobody cares anymore. So it's like if a tree falls in a forest and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound? And if Star Wars is full of representation, but none of the people represented are sitting in the movie seats to watch the movie, does it even matter? The answer is F no. And you can fill in the blanks after F. It's the F dash 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 word. So it's a Twitter campaign designed to talk about representation in all forms in the Star Wars universe. This runs the gamut from racial and ethnic representation to sexuality to disabled rep. This is incredible. This is what you're focused on in Star Wars. In Star Wars. Presumably all of these people are humanoid. Are we going to have disabled aliens? Maybe Rada the Hutt is disabled. Did you ever think about that? He is. If Rada the Hutt needed to go around Walmart, he would certainly have to get in one of those little hover rounds. What are those things called? What are those people movers that you get in when you go to Walmart and you're 800 pounds? I consider that a disability. Don't you? Representation already exists in Star Wars, certainly. And as the year comes to a close, the founders of the event have used today to talk about the ways in which Star Wars did right by rep this year. At rep. Representation, they've shortened it to make it hip. They did right by rep. Okay, if you say so. Hang on one second. Let me take a picture as my my sub count just rolled over to 88888. And at this moment, I was hoping that a lot of coins would fall out of my iPad like I won the lottery, but I didn't. I didn't win anything. All right, so we're a year out from episode 9 now. Oh, so it still needs to grow, though. Listen, you can still cram more different-looking humanoid people that look like Earthlings, into a Star Wars movie. You can still do it. It wasn't enough. I mean, Last Jedi was a start. There are scenes in The Last Jedi where all it is, the screen is just filled with women, like, shoulder to shoulder doing stuff on the Resistance base. Not one man in sight except for Poe. Poe, you are the only man in Star Wars now, except for Finn. And by the way, they're shipping you two. Poe and Finn is a big deal. And you're going to be gay. I'm sure that's okay. All right, so while we're a year out from episode 9, and none of the films have included a character who identifies as being part of the LGBT community, LGBT plus community. They should have put the Q and then plus. Fans have speculated about the character of Poe Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac, since he bit his lip and offered Finn, John Boyega, his jacket. Screenwriter John Kasdan and Donald Glover implied that Lando Calrissian might be pansexual. There you go. So you lied. Thank you, John Kasdan, for all that you've done for rep. John Kasdan, thank you for all that you've done for rep. Now let's tear your rep apart, because SJWs, they aren't grateful. They don't remember this. They're not going to give you credit for this. Yeah, you are going to be. And he's being torn limb from limb by the same Star Wars fans who are concerned about representation, who wrote this article, who did all that. They're calling him names and even to this moment, telling him terrible things about himself, because basically John Kasdan made a joke and he said, I don't hold any hostility towards anyone, except for the girls that rejected me in high school. Sir, you're hostile towards women? How dare you? Women are constantly being raped and murdered because they're joked about in high school or something. I don't know, but they're giving John Kasdan a really, really hard time over it, and it is a shame. The on-screen rep for that seems to be his romantic interest in his female-identified droid. This is Star Wars, guys. I can't take anymore. This is Star Wars in 2018 going into 2019. We're having this discussion. We're like, well, we need more rep. We need some LGBT plus characters in Star Wars. And John Kasdan, a fellow whose reputation we are currently in the middle of destroying on Twitter and calling him somebody who is abusive towards women for a joke he made, he and Donald Glover already kind of made Lando Calrissian into, I guess, something that would fall on that spectrum, on the LGBT plus spectrum, although I'm not really sure where, because it involves having sex with your female-identified droid, rather than any kind of flirtation or romance with a male character. So Lando, close but no cigar, my friend. You actually, yeah, Star Wars, nice job. We need to move you over from having your characters, be weird perverts who have sex with their droids, into people that are having, we need more gays. That's what we need. We need just more male on male or female on female, something like that. That will save Star Wars. I'm pretty sure. That's what they're saying here. Ryan Johnson said there was no room for sexuality in his film The Last Jedi, all while talking about how Rey and Kylo's fingers touching is a sex scene. I didn't know that, but that is, listen, Ryan, there is room for some sexuality. I have to say, Han Solo and, Princess Leia in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, that was fairly hot stuff for the target market, the target demographic. We all knew what was going to go on there. We all knew. There was a lot of smooching happening. There was a lot of smooching. That was enough. We could fill in the blanks from there, and I did many times, in my head and in fan art. I shipped them when I was 8 years old. I shipped them in many drawings of Han Solo and Princess Leia. Now we're 4 films into the new Star Wars. Some might say, give them time. Yeah, give them time. They'll eventually completely ruin Star Wars, completely ruin it with your politics if you just give them time. But no, we can't give them time. We shouldn't have to wait. It's almost 2019 for a major franchise that's been around for over 40 years and done fine to recognize that LGBT plus characters might exist. A line about Poe's boyfriend wouldn't have dragged down The Last Jedi any more than an unnecessary shirtless Kylo Ren scene did. This is true. Similarly, 50 years. Sesame Street has been around for 50 years. It's about time, right, that Ernie and Bert come out of the closet. That's the other thing. Let's go harass and harangue Frank Oz over that. So this is the concern of these NPCs. They're pretending to be Star Wars fans. They've wormed their way into this hobby, into one more male-dominated hobby, I point out, and they've begun to make their demands. Are you woke enough? Are you woke enough, Star Wars? And Star Wars is like, yeah, we're woke. How woke are you? Well, we're woke enough to make Lando Calrissian pansexual. Not good enough. Not good enough. 2019, better see all of your characters that you've established announce that they have boyfriends in the middle of a galactic war against fascism, for the freedom of, I guess, the galaxy. What are you doing? Do you like dudes? Do you like dudes? Well, let these people know that you like dudes, because apparently they can't enjoy any other kind of fantasy without knowing something like that. They do need to have that spelled out for them. And if you don't give it to them, if you do not get woke for these people and go broke for these people, they will torture you nonstop. And look what they're doing to John Kasdan for evidence of that. These people are a plague. They're locust. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there. Show your friends you support independent comics while showing the world who you back in the fight against the swarm with the brand new Cyberfrog t-shirt from Crypto Fashion and Comic Artist Pro Secret. Sizes come in small to 5XL, and take your choice of colors between navy blue, white, and black. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and order the Fandom Menace, Go Get Daddy's Belt, Tico, and Soilo t-shirts as well. Link is below in the description. You're going to look great. People love these shirts. They fit wonderfully. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the laughing man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.